Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Society Hall. What a treat to have you here. Thanks so much for coming out. It's going to be a wonderful evening, and you're going to hear some music and some instruments that I would be very surprised if you have ever heard. I'm sure you haven't heard the music because this is basically a world premiere of this music, which is pretty cool, really. It's like uh, Lisa is an amazing artist, and I'll talk about that a little bit more here in just a minute. But I wanted to announce some upcoming shows for you. Uh, this Friday, as in the night after tomorrow night, a couple of fine Western singer-songwriters are going to be here. Jim Jones and Randy Palmer. They've both played here before. They really are just first-rate. Jim particularly has won just about every award anybody has dreamed up for Western music, and he's also a Western author, and he's won a bunch of those awards as well too. He's a wonderful fellow, a great songwriter, and Randy Palmer was here once before and writes these just really heartfelt, lovely songs. So if you can make it out to them, we'd love to see you here. And we did create this little $10 ticket thing for those folks that wanted to come out to more than one show in this little packed 8 days or so that we have 4 shows in 8 days or however many. I forget. But anyway, you can look on the Society Hall website to be able to get $10 tickets if you have been to this show or any of the last 3. So anyway, and then coming up on July 5th, it's a fellow named Mike Blakely. He's another Western singer-songwriter. He's played here a few times. He almost always plays around the 4th of July. And Mike's bringing his 2 compadres. They're a trio called the Outlaw Firm, and they're going to be here July 5th. Should be great music. July 12th, a fellow named Terry Klein. He's another Texas singer-songwriter. Walt Wilkins told me that we should have Terry Klein come play, and that was good enough for me. I don't know. Walt, I hold in the highest esteem of songwriters, and he said Terry's amazing. Lisa Morales, she's been here before too, is going to be here July 20th. She was one half of Sisters Morales. Unfortunately, her sister passed away some years ago, but Lisa is carrying on. Wonderful sort of multicultural kind of thing. She says that she speaks Spanglish, so it's a great fit for our community, I think, And there's a hometown girl, Myrna Lewis, is going to be here on July 27th with their band Listen to the West. More Western. We got a lot of Western coming up here, but I don't know if you saw her when she was here. That whole band was here last year, I think. They really are all-stars. Myrna's been living in Nashville playing fiddle down there for I don't know how many years, 20 years or more. She is the niece of Betty Friel, who used to teach dozens and hundreds of kids around here to play fiddle. Really an amazing tradition. But anyway, if Myrna brings her family, there probably won't be room for the rest of you, so you get your tickets, Anyway, it goes on and on. There's just a lot of great folks coming to Society Hall as always. But tonight is a special treat for us all, I think, and certainly for me. Like I said, Lisa is an amazing artist. Just if you look at her resume, she has done so many remarkable things. But she's I don't know. I'm gonna ask her to tell you more about the concept of this project, but she is blending Asian influences with what we think of as Americana, and it's really a treat. And one of the reasons that this show is so particularly meaningful to me is because you may have heard that my wife Terry and I and a bunch of other music lovers have created a nonprofit called Howlin' Dog Music Group, and we've been raising money through donations and sponsorships and patrons and all this, in order to give money to artists to help them achieve their dreams, to help them make recordings mainly. We just spent 2 days in the studio with these amazing musicians making recordings. Lisa is one of our first round of grant recipients, and we're so thrilled to be able to just be part of what she's doing. I mean, this Lisa, she makes things happen. It's pretty amazing. We have musicians from, as Paul said, all 3 coasts here: New York, Los Angeles. Paul used to be from Austin, but you know, he will still count. You know, not too far from that coast. But anyway, I'm sure Lisa will introduce the musicians further. But I'm going to shut up and play music. So, would you please make welcome Lisa Kori, and Daughter of the West.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to Dawn for that wonderful introduction. And I'm just so honored to be working with Howlin' Dog Music Group. I mean, we've just had so much fun the last couple days. I've been working on this project for about 5 years, and I've been trying to combine Western and Eastern instruments. And we were able to do it, you know, remote, sending files around the world. And I wrote Howlin' Dog Music Group, and I was like, I want to do this in person. I want to bring everybody into the same room. So when I received the grant, I went on a nationwide hunt, basically, to bring this band together. And you are the first people ever who are hearing this music publicly. So, you know, it's it's really, really special. So thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, you know, I had a first Zoom call with Dawn and Terry, and they're like, you want to do what with the grant? You know, just fly people from all over the country, and then we'll just do this. You know, it's like very, very ambitious, but it's worked out. I mean, we've had a great couple of days.
She did it.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and I'm just, one thing I am going to ask is a little bit of patience with tuning. As you know, we have lots of string instruments. But what's special is we have a shamisen here. This is being played by Jake Larskwa from northern Colorado. He's got 2 shamisens, and you know, it's just going to take us a little longer to tune. They're very delicate silk strings, and so, you know, it's just going to be a bit of a process here. We're just figuring out how everything works. And we also have Danting Chow here, who is playing the erhu, which is a Chinese fiddle. So I just wanted to let you know that, you know, if we take a little bit more time adjusting our instruments, we've got some very, very delicate instruments on stage that need some TLC. So just might take a little extra time, and that's it.
Well, and I wanted to make one other thing. That we're not going to take a break tonight. It's just going to be one long set. We'll just play through it, and but I do hope you'll check out Lisa's merchandise on your way out, and don't be a hurry to run off. Feel free to visit with us and with each other.
Yeah. So, and I'm excited to tell you more about the project, but let's just, you know, jump into some music right now before we talk about it and have some fun. Everybody ready to play? All right. One, two, three, four. Something unknown. started again. So where you been, oh rambling friend? Stop going in circles, for surely this will end. Where you sleeping, oh my old love? I'll be the home where you put your heart down when you had told me if life's but a dream, we're in this together, paddling down the stream. And the days, they aren't what they seem. Every day is a summer one in the late evening. So where you been, oh rambling friend? Stop running in circles, 'cause surely this will end. Where you sleeping, oh my old love? I'll be the home where you put your heart down when you had enough. Take it away. Well, every night I'm searching for you in the cosmos so vast and the Milky Way so blue. Tomorrow's here and yesterday's true, and all we have left is the instant I knew you. So where you been, oh rambling friend? Stop running in circles, 'cause surely this will end. And where you sleeping, oh my old love? I'll be the home where you put your heart down when you've had enough. All right, so I moved to the Southwest about 6 years ago, and it was the same time that someone in my family digitized all the old family photographs. And back in the day, this was like 100, maybe a little over 100 years ago, my family had Chinese general stores in San Antonio, Texas. And so I got to see all these photos of my family. And you know, I saw pictures of Chinese people in cowboy boots and cowboy hats, and they had rifles, and they had cool cars. And I was like, wait a minute, all those old Hollywood Westerns, they didn't really show Asian people like my ancestors looked like. And so I was like, well, maybe I need to learn a little bit more about this history. And I also want to learn a little bit more about, like, what did they sing during that era? What did they sing even earlier in the gold rush? What were the work songs of the Chinese who built the railroad? I'm also half Japanese, so my great-grandfather immigrated to work the sugar plantations of Hawaii. I don't know what they sang there. And suddenly I was like, wow, I don't really know at all, and I don't know where to find this. So I went on a hunt, and it turns out there's actually, before the Joy Luck Club and Crazy Rich Asians, there actually was another movie with an all-Asian cast, and it was called Flower Drum Song. And that was a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, but it was actually based around a Chinese folk song that the Chinese immigrants brought to the West Coast when they came here during the gold rush. And this folk song is called Flower Drum Song. And it's just so funny because, what I love about in Western stories, basically, are these stories of like traveling singers and ramblers. And, these people are just living life, floating in the wind. They're not sure what it's going to bring. And it turns out this is what Flower Drum Song is about. It's about a woman who wanders the Chinese countryside in poverty, trying to find her way. And so she sings songs for money. And I found this rare 1940 songbook that had a transcription of the one that was brought to America, the version of the song. So this is inspired by it, but then I combined her story with the story of a rambler in the American West. So that's what this is going to be, and I'm just going to take a minute to tune and switch my capo. My version is called Flower Drum Girl. I think I'm going to enlist Paul here. We're going to set a tempo together. New to this town, can't just see me walking down the way. I can hear your eyes on the boulevard. It's okay to look my way, and I only have a song to tell. It's the same old story I know so well. See it in my dreams of red and gold. I'm receiving fortune's kiss. And if I be so bold, then truth be told, yeah, I'll soon be living in bliss. A long road rests my weary heart, 'cause every end becomes another start. And you know I'll move along, singing my flower drum song. One more night and I'll be gone. If you listen, it'll carry on. Dantine. Once I lived a life where I tried to plan every step of the way, and now I'm blindfolded. I hold out my hand. Y'all see what happens today. I'm blowing like a leaf in the gust on the same jet stream as the glittering gold dust. And you know I'll move along, singing my flower drum song. One more night and I'll be gone. If you listen, it'll carry on.
Very cool.
And I forgot to explain that in the story of Flower Drum Song, there is this little hand drum, and that's what she carries from town to town. It's this little red drum, and it's called the flower drum. So that tapping that Paul was doing at the end, we were trying to emulate the flower drum. Just a little background. And Robert, I'm having trouble hearing the guitar. Yeah, thanks, that's great. All right, so now Flower Drum Girl, she's embarked on her journey around the American West. And this one is called Outrun the Beast. So I guess in this journey, you know, she's starting to meet some unsavory characters, and she's starting to learn a little bit more about, you know, who she can trust and who she can't. So I just was kind of having fun with this. I wanted to write a song that was a bit of a character study, but then it was also just, we wanted to have fun with some instrumentals. So I wanted to have this dark riff, dum da dum, and then I was like, oh, I want to hear like Arhu weaving through it. So we had a lot of fun with the arrangement, and I think we came up with something unusual. And this song is called Outrun the Beast. Should I start alone? Set yourself up for her, asking them to give what they don't want to give. When they don't pull through, it's 'cause it wasn't offered to you. You set yourself up for her, asking them to be who they don't want to be. When they don't become it, you don't like what you see. She set ourselves up for her, running from the beast on our back. No one can outrun him. He just claws us back. You set yourself up for her to stay in that flawed power dynamic that keeps taking advantage and then long-term damage. You set yourself up for her, sticking around and trying to help. Someone always bites ya. Better than your own thing now. We set ourselves up for her, running from the beast on our back. No one can outrun him. He just claws us back. Take it away. decision when you can't change your position. Gotta live in that condition. You set yourself up for hurt, living in denial, but that bubble always bursts. You can't keep your lie on. You set yourself up for hurt, let your assumptions go unsaid, let it all unravel from a signal misread. We set ourselves up for hurt, running from the beast on our back. No one can outrun him. He just claws us back. You set yourselves up for hurt, running from the beast on our back. No one can outrun him. He just claws us back. We set ourselves up for hurt, running from the beast on our back. No one can outrun him. He just claws us back.
Yes, a little bit.
Cool. So, all right. Well, I hope it's okay if I tell a little story here. My great-great-grandfather has a street named after him in San Francisco, Chinatown. His name is Walter Yu Lum. And I've been learning a little bit more about his history. He was a Chinese-American civil rights activist, and he also founded the Chinese newspaper in America. And I discovered an interesting story about the Mexican Revolution, actually. During the Mexican Revolution, there was a Chinese massacre in Mexico. And they sent a general from the US into Mexico. His name was General Pershing. And so he came and he found all the surviving Chinese refugees, and he brought them to Texas. And there was a refugee camp there, and my great-great-grandfather was hired to run this Chinese refugee camp. And it's just really interesting because at that time, there was definitely a stigma about the Chinese and they're just gamblers, they drink, they're really wild. And so my great-great-grandfather, his idea was that, well, to get rid of the stigma, we should just outlaw drinking, outlaw gambling, outlaw everything at the refugee camp. And then he went around to all the refugees, and he collected their money to go take to the Senate, to petition the Senate to treat the Chinese better. And it royally backfired. And all the refugees sent a letter to the Senate saying he was unfit for the job. So anyways, I just thought it would be fun to write a song about just the history of gambling. And just since it is quite a history. And this one is called The Gambler, Si Wu Liu. And it's named after a dice game called CeeLo, which maybe you've played. It's pretty common here in America. Turns out the Chinese brought it to America. And in the Wikipedia page, it says that CeeLo is named after Si Wu Liu, which is 4, 5, 6 in Chinese, which are the winning numbers in the game. And so I called my aunt, who's one of the founding members of the Portland Chinatown Museum, and she's like, that makes 0 sense, because nobody spoke Mandarin in Chinatown in the 1880s. And she said, there's another language, it's called Hoisanese, or Taishanese, and they would say Thliluk. That's where CeeLo came from. So anyways, I think we solved the history of CeeLo, but in the meantime, I'd already written a song about Si Wu Liu, so we're gonna sing that.
Really, and this is, I don't know about the rest of you, but this is my debut trying to count in Mandarin.
Oh yeah,
on
we just
stage.
taught John Richmond how to speak Mandarin, so.
Don Ting gave us lessons in how to
I don't
pronounce
speak either,
the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's about as much French as I remember from my 3 years of French in high school too. But so anyway.
Thought things weren't turning round and thought it would be different this time. But I'm back on the ground. Thought I was on the mend. Thought I was on the move and thought this would be my chance. I still have something to prove.
Ooh, you.
And the winner takes it all.
Ye.
Now it's my turn to fall.
Si. Ooh, you.
And the winner takes it all.
Ye.
Now it's my turn to fall. You'd show up for me and thought this would be my chance. But I still have something. Thought you had made a change. And thought you were getting out and thought this would be a clean break. I should have had my doubt.
Si. Leo.
And the winner takes it all. Now it's your turn to fall.
Si. Leo.
And the winner takes it all. Now it's your turn to fall. Would you know what to say to me if you ran into me today? All I've had to repair, all I can do not to play.
Leo.
And the winner takes it all. Now it's my turn to fall.
Leo.
And the winner takes it all. Now it's my turn to fall.
I don't know how our pronunciation was, but it was spirited anyway.
That was great. And as you can tell by the song, I guess, too much gambling doesn't work out so well. So if we're following the story of our daughter of the West, she decided, maybe she's got to do things a little differently. So this is a song. It's about believing in yourself and, what it feels like to take a risk. And I also had a little fun with this. My friend showed me this musician from Ohio. His name was Robert Ward. He was a blues musician, and he wrote this blues song that was based on a Chinese melody. So then I took his song and then I rewrote it as like a Chinese country song or something. So it's going back and forth a little bit. So I'm just going to check my tuning and make sure everybody else is comfortable.
Hey, Robert, can you give me just a little bit more on my acoustic instruments, please?
All right, Paul's going to start this off. this all made sense to me, and I'd go on spending all of my bread to prop up your store. You said you were helping me get on my feet, but you left me poor. So I'm taking off. It's time to get out. It's not about a job, it's about the way my life's working out. Blow it all up, don't bother to mend. I'm called on a journey, I promise you I'm just beginning. I said, oh, 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 why don't you see? I said, whoa, 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 why don't you see? You got nothing. You've got nothing. Once I agreed to not ask for help, to swallow misfortune and choke on every single goal. But I'm turning round, I'm looking at you. Will you help me fulfill what I'm put on this earth to do? And once I believed, I had to explain that I was accountable for your misguided sense of shame. But I'm turning round, I'm looking at you. Can you explain to me what your worldview's done for you? I said, oh, 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 why don't you see? I said, oh, 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 why don't you see? You've got nothing. You've got nothing.
Yeah, I tell you, that gong will change your world, man. I mean, you get up close to that thing and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, I have a bit of a flair for the dramatic, so the gong is a perfect addition there. I did a little bit of research about what songs the Japanese sang when they came to America. And I found this PBS special about a type of song that's called Hole Hole Bushi. And hole hole means sugar cane in Hawaiian, and bushi means song in Japanese. So it's literally the songs that the Japanese Hawaiian sugar plantations workers sang. And it's a type of blues that sort of evolved independently. So this is a very loose interpretation of that. I took some melodies from those songs, and then I combined it a little bit with the blues that we know and love, and just mixed things around a little bit. And this is my version of a Hole Hole Bushi song. Walk with me. Walk with me. If you believe. Walk with me. Well, I can hear the call. I've been listening. In the field, in the field, I'm wandering. In the field, can I turn a dream into destiny? Board a ship, board a ship, cross the sea, board a ship, oh, leave the plantation for the bright city. And I dream, and I dream, and I dream. I find myself a home in this strange country. All right. This next one is called Who Gets to Dream? And I've been thinking a lot about activism and how oftentimes we advocate for things that are very concrete. You know, we want everybody to have food and water and housing, and I think that's absolutely like super, super important. But it started to get me thinking, is hope a human right? I just started asking myself, who gets to dream? And part of that was because, you know, everyone in my family, they immigrated voluntarily and they just completely upended their lives because of a dream, because they had hopes and dreams. You know, the entire gold rush was just a bunch of people coming to this country because they thought they might hit gold, even if it was exceedingly unlikely. And so I was just wondering, you know, where does hope and where do dreams fit in the present day? And I just kind of spun it into this song, so hope you enjoy. All right, how are we doing tuning-wise? Everybody feeling good? All right. Oh, hello. How fast should we go? Hey, hey. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm walking down the road underneath the hottest sun, and I'm wondering, well, the place is started, but that's begun. If my ammo is a milkshake, smile's a gun. I don't want to own a weapon, but I know that you have one. You can still enjoy the moment before it starts to boil. You can still enjoy your feet while you're planted in the soil. And if you're really focused, you can make the moment last. But the second that it passes, you never get it back. Hey, hey, hold time, fly. Hey, hey, hold time, fly. If many lives are broken and the dial hasn't moved, are you honest when you wonder why some have nothing to lose? I see it done to fixate your gaze on someone else. Wonder why you can't know. I'm talking to myself, yeah, I'm talking to my neighbors. Give them the benefit of doubt. I'm trying to remember when I help somebody out. If it happens that they're injured and the damage can't be seen, remember taking time to listen is the real leaning in. Hey, hey. Full of flies. Hold on a few more weeks till that hot season subsides. Want a little bit of bigger, can't escape the petty strife. Lurch from another crisis. My life is full of spice. Yeah, I want to live a little bigger. It hasn't been my time. I can't control the ocean. I'm just waiting in the tide. But even my own dreams are a luxury device, and I have a chance to dream is another shot at life. The dream. Hey, hey, oh, guess the dream. Hey, hey, oh, guess the dream. Hey, hey, oh, guess the dream. Thank you all so much. So I've been thinking a lot about what it means to be on the borderlands between two cultures, and just it's made me think about life on the borderlands in general. Just, I moved to rural New Mexico. I was living off the grid. I just actually couldn't even believe that there are places that you can live where it just feels like you're still at the edge of civilization. And so I was thinking a lot about that experience. It was partially inspired by the fact that I was living in this cabin and the foundation had sunk. So there was like a 2-inch gap, between the front door and the floor, and it was snowing, and so there was like this like snowbank in my house, and I kept trying to push it out with towels. So I was thinking about the harshness of the frontier, It's like I have one experience of this, but I was also thinking about energetically, I am a fan. I don't actually know that much about Chinese medicine, but the idea that wind drains your chi, and I was like, wow, I really feel it because this snowbank is blowing into my house right now. And so it was the song that mixed the idea of the frontier and the borderlands and the harshness of it, and with these sort of Chinese medicine ideas about wind draining your chi. And this turned into a song called Lonely Wind.
Loneliness is in the wind. It feels like I'm unraveling. When it blows, my blood runs cold. I disconnect from life's flow. Atop the hill, a menacing breeze. It stalks me in between the trees. In a bundle of cloth, I wrap myself tight. It feels like I'm in your arms tonight. Can't you hear my call? I sent it over the river. It flowed to the sea, all journey through the storm for the rain to deliver. Loneliness is the barren sun. It feels like I've come undone. When it blows, my blood runs high. I lose all clarity of thought. And on the plains, in the ceaseless glare, the ultraviolet strip and to hear the call. I sent it over the river. It flowed to the sea, all churning through the storm for the rain to deliver.
Thank you.
It's pretty cool to imagine. I mean, the concept of this, what would Americana music sound like if it had incorporated some of these influences, you know? So it's like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're imagining history as if this has happened, like as if all these musics had blended together. This might be what it sounds like. So we've had a lot of fun putting this together and trying to figure out where all these instruments fit together. Maybe I should just give a little background about everybody on stage since you've been watching us for a little while. This is Danting Chow. She is an erhu player, which is the Chinese fiddle. And she's from China, and she settled in the US, and she was the concertmaster of the Beijing University Chinese Orchestra. So, oh my gosh, I have like one of the best erhu players playing with me. And then over here, this is Jake Larsqua, and he is playing the shamisen. And so it's a Japanese instrument that is similar to a banjo. Maybe they even had the same parent instrument. I'm not even, yeah, okay, yep. They did, yes. And so I was calling around, I mean, like calling all over the country, and then somebody was like, you know, there's a Japanese master in Colorado. And I was like, what? So I called this Japanese master, and she's like, oh yeah, this is easy. I've got a great student. And so he is studying under Japanese master Yoko Hiraoka in Greeley, Colorado, and he's also a ethnomusicologist and a trained opera singer and a faculty member at UNCO up in Greeley. So he's just like Mr. Everything. And he really is Mr. Everything on this show, so. And then behind me, I have Mr. Paul Piercy, and I am so honored to be sharing the stage with him. Yes, and if you know Paul, I mean, he plays a lot around the Southwest. He's played with the Chicks, James McMurtry, Ray Wiley Hubbard. And when we actually went into the studio 2 years ago, I was like, I have this crazy idea about mixing, you know, Eastern and Western instruments. And we went into the studio, but we didn't have all the Eastern instruments. So we had to go into the studio and imagine what it would sound like, and then try to hire other instrument players to play different parts and experiment and fit them all together. But anyways, Paul was like integral to this journey, and he helped me arrange these songs and helped me get them to the place where they are. And I'm so, so thankful for his just belief in this from the start. So it means a lot. Is it too much talking, or can I introduce
no,
Matt?
Keep going. You're doing great.
And behind me, this is Matt Orenstein, and he is on bass 6, which I'll talk about in a second, but Matt is a very good friend. We went to college together. We used to play in bands, but we never played in the same band, but we used to open for each other, and we were like, one day we're gonna play in a band. And then, 15 years later, I'm like, hey, you need to play in my band, like, in a couple weeks. Come now. So, he heeded the call, and he's also the one who is mixing this album. So I'm really, really excited. We're making a lot of headway really fast. So I'm so thrilled with everything he's done. And then on top of it, just because, mixing the album isn't enough, he's playing this really rare instrument, and it's called a bass 6. It's actually a contrabass guitar. And it's something that's featured on early rock and Western recordings. And it's kind of hard to find, but once you start finding it, you start finding it everywhere. And it's just so cool because he's playing 2 instruments at once. He's playing all the bass parts, and then he's also kind of adding all these guitar details. So I've really asked him to multitask and fill a lot of space in this band, and he's really rose to the challenge. So thank you, Matt.
All the way from Los Angeles, no doubt.
And how do I introduce Don? I feel like all of you know his biography better than I do. I think the best way to do it is just to introduce, what he's contributed to this project. And I'm just so, so grateful, actually, this song that I'm about to sing is called Letter from Stage. And years ago, I actually did one of Don's songwriting workshops. And he helped me with this song. I don't know if you even remember that. But,
Yeah.
He's been such an incredible mentor, and it's been so wonderful to do his songwriting workshops. And then a few years later, I applied for this Howlin' Dog grant, and I'm so excited that it worked out, and we got to go in the studio and figure out how to put all these instruments together, which was just such a fun challenge for both of us. So I'm just so honored by this musical collaboration that's stretched over the last couple of years. And when you hear this song, the chorus is really nice. He helped me fix it.
Well, the honor is mine, Lisa.
All right,
What a treat.
Letter from Stage. Enter the venue, I say my hellos, plug everything in, make sure the sound flows. I stop by the bar, I have a quick toast. I get on stage, I tell many tales, but the reason where my words fail, this is my letter to you, and this is how it's mailed. I'm scanning the crowd, looking for you. Your brown eyes aglow in my field of view.
entropy, and the only thing worth doing is sacrificing. So I give you my love, I give you my heart, yeah, then I dig for more, 'cause it's only a start. We're all looking for a story where we play a big part. I'm scanning the crowd, looking for you, your brown eyes that glow in my field of view. I know it's a long shot, you're here. Here's a song anyway. I sing la 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 la.
So this next one is called Under the Maple Tree. And I have to admit that I grew up very detached from Chinese culture. So in doing this, there was a lot of going on YouTube, watching folk songs, and just trying to figure out maybe some of the, not the language, because I don't speak Chinese, but the musical language. And it was kind of funny because I wrote this a little bit blind, after having listened to some folk songs that I liked. And I brought this to a pipa player, and I don't know if you've heard of pipa, it's a Chinese lute. So I brought this song to a Chinese lute player, and she's like, "Oh, no, you nailed it. This sounds like a whole bunch of Chinese folk songs," and she started rattling off things that it sounded like. So it's good to write something blindly and then have it be affirmed. So I guess if we're a little later in the story of Flower Drum Girl, or Daughter of the West, whoever you want to call her, this is a little further on in the journey. She's had some rough and tumble adventures. She's experienced the harshness of the frontier. And now this is kind of a place where she's sharing what she's learned and sharing the wisdom that she's found along the way. So this is called Under the Maple Tree. Once in my life, I see the essence of being. The world, it brims with energy, swirling all around me. Once in my life, I'm free. I'm stealing time for me.
by step along the road, the city decides what fortune brings. Another mile I put behind with labor the stride, wondering what effort means. Take it away. A secret so simple was revealed to me underneath the maple tree. The only thing to do is fight to be, to fight for centipede. When I fear I haven't got a hold of me, I'm losing integrity. Remember, there's a way of continuing, just holding on to be. Step by step along the road, the city decides what fortune brings. Another mile I put behind with gavers astride, wondering what effort means.
So now we're kind of on the one song that doesn't really fit with the rest of the bunch, but for some reason, spiritually, I wanted to include this. This is a bit of just an ode to, I got my start playing a bunch of bar bands and cafes. So I wrote a drinking song, but it's more of a cautionary tale. It's more of this is whatever, everything that goes wrong. So can't say it's an endorsement. Are you guys feeling tunings holding? Did you know that the arhu, it has snakeskin on it? So that, I think at the bottom of the instrument is actually a drum made of snakeskin. And that's what brings out the sound, basically. And then the crazy thing is that the bow is actually in between the strings. So she just moves her hand forward or backwards to change strings. So hopefully everybody will be nice enough if you have questions about these instruments. Maybe they can talk to you a little bit about them after the show. All right.
I was feeling down, thinking I don't really know if I like my town. Pretend I'm alright, never enough. I walk on down to the liquor store, buying it for now, a pint for more, thinking a sip will maybe open the door. Won't you buy me a drink? It'll buy me time to think, 'cause I'm starting to sink to the ground. Won't you buy me a Coke? Yeah, just one more glass of hope. I'll be coming up when the liquor's down. I walk through town, skipping my step. In my inner pocket is a bottle of Pep. Yeah, I'm alright, though feeling rough. See, nothing sometimes is enough. Parked in the bar, through double doors. I love the sound of heels clicking on the floor. I wonder if there's someone here looking for more. Won't you buy me a drink? It'll buy me time to think, 'cause I'm starting to sink to the ground. Won't you buy me a Coke? Yeah, just one more glass of hope. I'll be coming up when the liquor's down. Oh, won't you buy me a drink? It'll buy me time to think, 'cause I'm starting to sink to the ground. Oh, won't you buy me a Coke? Yeah, just one more glass of hope. I'll be coming up when the liquor's down.
Well, we are at the end of this journey, and this song is called Daughter of the West. It's the title track for this collection of songs. It's both like a collection of songs and stories, and then it's also it's in the process of being turned into an album. And I'm just really excited to be on this project. I'm so thankful for all of you to be the very first listeners and hear everything that we've put together. It's such an honor. Don, do you have anything to say before we wrap up with the last song? He's very focused. Don, do you have any last words?
Well, as soon as I get this dang capo, dobro capos are weird
Last words for the
contraptions.
show.
I think he's used more tunings than me today.
We've got a lot of tunings here. We have a lot of strings on this stage. We've got strings. He's got, 6 strings instead of 4. And then if you've seen Don,
So
Don
10.
he has actually got 10 if you count the upright. So, and then Don's quiver. I'm sure there's like at least 30 strings between all those instruments. So
Just lucky I didn't bring the pedal steel. That would have added 20 right there.
Okay. Cool. And again, thank you so much for your patience. Sometimes it feels a little bit like watching an orchestra warm up because we've got a lot of different instruments to wrangle here, so we're very appreciative.
Yeah, well, this is the last song in the title cut, but really want to thank you for coming out to partake in this world debut. I mean, this has never happened before in the history of the universe, I mean, I think that's kind of cool. So please do stick around and visit with Lisa and any of the band, any of us, and take a look at her merch and stuff, and and hang out a little bit if you can, you know. Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks again.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of merch in the back. It's actually some hand-printed Asian Western tea towels and coasters, which is a little different. Tried to mix the theme visually with the merch as well. And there's also an email sign-up, you know, if you're interested in hearing about when this actually comes out, because you're hearing it unreleased. And then last but not least, I thought it'd be kind of cute to put a guest book. So there's a guest book in the back if you've got any comments. You know, maybe I'm talking to somebody else, and you could just go write a comment in the guest book too if you'd like. So, all right, shall we? Daunting, begin. It's all you. It starts with an arduous solo. Sorry. Can we try that again? Was that in the right was that in the right key? Sorry, you guys.
Oh, I second guessed
No, I
myself.
think you're in the right key. Is Dun in the right key? Ah, you're in F sharp. Okay.
I
You
was
know
in
what?
F sharp
This is
second
a great
ago.
song. I think it's actually worth changing the tunings. We got one more tuning to change. Sorry. Would it be too much to ask for you to listen to the arduous solo again? It's like really good, right? Yeah, okay. So this is also something that's not normal. All my songs are in all these different keys that the arhu doesn't usually play in. And so it's not something that you actually do with this instrument to tune it on stage. But I've asked a big favor of her to actually change tunings between songs, which is not something normal for this instrument. Daughter of the West, and I'm looking for a home. I'm walking on these lonely trails, overturning all the stones. I'm a daughter of the West, and I'm gazing toward the east. In the morning sun, I want a sort of life where I can find my peace. I'm a daughter of the West, yeah, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm wondering where someone who looks like me can escape from all my tears. I'm a daughter of the West, I wanna build my life from scratch, but I know that's an illusion. I'm not the first one to walk the path. Still I'll be the story you haven't heard, and I'll be there to listen. You can tell me every word, and I'll write the songs you wanna sing. Sing with me now, 'cause I don't know what tomorrow will bring.
Now I'll soar like the raven in the sky, singing in the valley below. Tell me once more, you'll be my love until we die. You'll hold me forever.
who'd have me gone, yeah, they don't want me anymore. I'm a daughter of the West, yeah, I'm caught in a bind. You'll never glimpse who I am till after you change your mind. I'm a daughter of the West, wandering with that flower drum. And maybe if I sing a bit more, maybe then my time will come. So I get a little lost to get found. I find my loudest scream still doesn't make a sound. I try to buy some time before it ends. Will you hold on to my memories, my friend? Now I soar like the raven in the sky, staring in the valley below. Tell me once more, you'll be my love until we die. Hold me forever till the sun is blue.
Thank you very much. That was Daughter of the West.
Lisa Kori, ladies and gentlemen. Jake, Dante, Paul, Matt, Don. Thanks so much for coming out to hear this. She does know one more song, you know, if you really want, if you want to hear it. I mean, why not? I'm not sure the rest of us know it, but she knows it. You wouldn't believe the restraint it takes to not tell banjo jokes and turn them into shamisen jokes. You know, because I play banjo.
We've got to add that to the set, Don.
I mean, you know, there are so many banjo jokes, but
I mean, they haven't fled yet.
I've just been
It's time for the jokes.
restraining myself. I've been, you know, being tasteful.
All right. Well, this is the only cover, and maybe you'll know who it is.
Baby, see how I've been living, velvet curtains on the windows too. Keep them bright and unforgiving, oh, light from shining through. And baby, I remember color in that blue behind your eyelids, baby. Sweet baby, trace your sound through the gloom till I found those purple flowers. I was fine, I was soon, oh, smelling you for hours. Lavender, lotus blossom, water the dirt, flowers last for you, baby. Sweet baby.
All right, everybody, you guys want to take a shared solo?
Come to my world and witness all the way things have changed. 'Cause I finally did it, baby. I got out of the Grange and got in my Mercury and drove out west. Pedal to the metal and my luck to the test, baby. Sweet baby. I've been trying to enjoy all those fruits of my labor. I've been crying for your boy, but truth is my savior. And baby, sweet baby, if it's all the same, I take the glory any day over the fame, baby. Sweet baby.
Thanks again so much for being with us. Lisa Kori, Jake, Danting, Matt, and Paul back there, and I'm Don, and it was fun to play this music for you.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget Jim Jones and Randy Palmer will be here Friday night if you can make it back. We'd love to have you anytime. And thanks again for supporting Society Hall and live music and good things in our community. And we'll hope to see you again soon. Thanks a bunch.